Hello everyone, welcome back. I want to talk to you guys a little bit about coronavirus prepping and stockpiling. I know everybody's out there busy stockpiling toilet paper and cleaning supplies. The thing that I've been buying this prior week is heating oil and propane. Okay, I ordered about 300 gallons of heating oil and another 300 gallons of propane. And why am I buying that? Because it's the end of the winter season and it's really cheap. Okay, so my idea of prepping is you buy things in advance. You buy things before you actually have an emergency. I know the guys out there running, looking on internet sites trying to find ammunition. Well, the price of the ammunition has gone up. Just out of curiosity, I looked on Lucky Gunner's website. I usually pay about $190 for 1,000 rounds. The price has now gone up to $290 for 1,000 rounds of Tula. So it's gone up by $100. So now's not the time to be buying ammunition. Basically you should have been buying that, all along. Unless like you just became of age and you just got your first AR-15, and yeah, by all means now you have to buy it, but for the rest of us, we should already have all those other essential things that we need. Now, I realize that people have very different situations. Like I'm out in the country, I've got 100 chickens, so I've got my food source all set up. So my preparation might be a little bit more different than the preparation that people that live in suburban areas or cities might be. People living in cities and suburban areas, they have to kind of look at the situation and figure out what they have to do. Now, one of the things that I have done, in addition to like the normal prepping, basically normally I don't carry a balance on my credit card. Okay, I normally immediately pay it off, and what I decided to do in the last month is, I'm just going to let that balance sit there. I'm going to just pay the minimal, and I'd rather keep, that extra money in my bank account. Okay, now that's in addition to the hard cash that I normally keep on hand, and I've actually increased that hard cash. So I got actual hard cash, sitting in a safe somewhere that nobody knows about. Okay, so if you're living in a city and basically all you have is a bank account and your money is deposited directly into your bank account, what you probably want to do is make a good size withdrawal and keep some hard cash on hand, because in a really bad situation, people really aren't going to be taking credit cards. They're going to want to take cash for as long as they're taking cash. Okay, depending on how bad things might get. At some point, they're going to stop taking cash, and they're going to want actual material goods of value. And ammunition is always, it's going to be one of those. Ammunition is going to be one of those commodities that you can always trade. So, that's one of the reasons why what I tell people is you want to have a minimum of 4,000 rounds of ammo for your 5.56, right? For your AR-15. You want to have a minimum of 4,000 rounds, 2,000 rounds. For reserve, 2,000 rounds for practice, but beyond that, I recommend you have a lot more, maybe 10,000 rounds, so that if you can use it as currency. Okay, so if you need to buy things, you can trade ammunition for goods that you might need. So that's a good reason to have 10,000, 15,000, 20,000 rounds. Even though realistically, things would probably, even if things got really, really bad, you're not going to go through thousands and thousands and thousands of rounds in a shit-hit-the-fan type of situation. Because for one thing, if you're able to survive that, there's such a thing as a battlefield pickups. But in the initial phases, you'll need that extra ammunition because that's an easy currency. Ammunition is compact. It's kind of like coins. You're able to, carry it, trade it. It's compact. It's a lot easier for, it's a lot easier to trade ammunition, which is something very common that everybody, knows its value. As opposed to trying to say, okay, well, I've got a bucket here. Okay, what's a bucket worth? Or I got a chair here. What's a chair worth to somebody? So, ammunition, is something that's very common, and anybody with guns is going to recognize the value. And of course, you want to, this is another good reason to stockpile the common calibers. 5.56, 9mm, AK-47 rounds, You know, I'm not a big fan of 300 blackout, and one of the reasons is that not too many people have 300 blackout. So, you know, I'm not going to want to stockpile tons of that when 5.56, in my opinion, will do almost as good a job, or the AK round will do almost as good a job. I'd rather invest in those other 2 rounds. Okay, so same deal with like 9mm. You know, yeah, great. I got plenty of guns in 45, and I got guns in 40. But most of my stockpile is 9mm because that is the most common round. So, a couple of things for you guys to think about. If you got any other ideas, anything you'd like to add to this, put in the comment section. I'd love to hear from you guys. If you guys are not a member of this channel, hit the subscribe button. I'll talk to you guys soon.